everyone, welcome back to our second video of the Unit 2 of AP Psychology course, and today we'll be talking about the endocrine system. If you haven't checked out our previous videos on Unit 1 about basically like scientific foundation of psychology, please check it out. And also we talk about like the first subunit of Unit 2, which is the interaction of heredity and environment. So also if you haven't, please watch the video. So let's begin our second video of the endocrine system. Oopsies, okay. So these are the vocab we need to know for this subunit: endocrine system, pituitary gland, hormones, and adrenal glands. So the endocrine system is our body's chemical communication system. It operates through glands that secrete hormones through our bloodstream, and those hormones will travel to the specific organ and then bind to the receptor. And then that's like how a desired response is created. And then the pituitary gland, also known as the master gland, is located in the brain and controlled by the hypothalamus. And this will be further elaborated when we talk about like the brain structure and etc. So pituitary gland is in charge of metabolism, emotion, sleep, and blood pressure. As you can tell, it's one of the most important systems in our body because hormones is like really important to regulate how we sleep, what are our like metabolism and all those like digestion and those important things that work in our internal body. And each component of the endocrine system can be located in very different locations. So endocrine glands include pineal gland, hypothalamus, and pituitary gland that are in the brain, and thyroid and parathyroids are in the neck, and adrenal glands are near the kidney, and pancreas are near the stomach. So please have a basic idea of where and also how they are function, because sometimes it will come up in the multiple choice section. So so hormones. Many hormones operate identically to neurotransmitters. Therefore, our endocrine and nervous system work closely with one another, though they still have some differences. For example, hormone system, because they are slower because the hormones are released into the bloodstream, and it takes some time to actually travel through the bloodstream. However, unlike neurotransmitters, you just the neurons and all those rapid potential and the firings, neural firing, which happens really quicker compared to the hormone travel. So hormones play a huge role in human development, and this table from 5able shows what are these endocrine glands and how what functions they have. So pineal gland produces melatonin and helps regulate your circadian rhythm. So please remember, melatonin is really important in circadian rhythm and in your sleep. This will come up. And hypothalamus controls the pituitary gland and is very significant in our endocrine system. It releases hormones and has a lot to do with the 4 5s: fighting, fleeing, feeding, and mating. And pituitary gland controls growth and releases hormones such as oxytocin, which promotes pair bonding and social trust. And then we have thyroid gland. For PSYCH, all you know about this gland is that it affects metabolism. And then we have parathyroids. They simply regulate the level of calcium in your blood. And we have adrenal glands. These glands trigger our flight or fight responses, and that's really important when we talk about stress and all those how our body responds to some external stimuli. And they release epinephrine, which is better known as adrenaline, and this will come out when we talk about neurotransmitters, and norepinephrine. And also this will come up when we talk about drugs and how those drugs influence our brain and etc. And they're connected to the autonomic nervous system, and this will come up when we talk about what different system body has and how stress plays a role. And the part of this nervous system that controls our involuntary responses during a flight or fight response, the heart rate or blood pressure is affected. And then we have pancreas. It regulates the level of blood sugar and releases a hormone called insulin. It also helps with digestion. And finally, we have testes and ovaries. I believe a lot of you are really familiar with this. And they're reproductive organs in the male and female, respectively. And they both release sex hormones to promote growth. So, like, instead of like simply memorizing all those glands and their functions, it's really important to understand what's actually going on. Like, sometimes AP Psych will give you a scenario and ask you like how do these glands play a role in this, like the response of this person, or yeah, like what's the response in this situation. So try to make a connection between each of these and how they work together as a whole system. So yeah, that's the end of our lecture, which is really short. Yeah, next video we'll talk about still biological basis of behavior, but we'll focus more on the overview of the nervous system and the neuron. So yeah, please check the video out. Thank you.